1545. Actually, it got as high as 1548. This is the live price action on AMC right now. I am surprised that nobody's covering this. Like, I am surprised that I was like, you know, I feel like this is like something that we can rehash tomorrow morning, but absolutely nobody's covering it. What's going on here? The Try Hard Dad, Joe Mahoney, Derek, and you watching right now. This is AMC, and I don't want to make so many of the same video, but people want to be able to cover this live right now, so we're covering it right now. 13.95 was the closing price when markets closed for after hours, but after hours continues, and within 3 hours we have seen AMC hit 1540s, actually the 1533 twice right here. So we had 2 touch points, but this touch point was barely a flicker. So if this did have trouble making it past 1533 again, that would be a double top. That would be a dangerous signal, to be sure. But right now, we're watching AMC push 1560, brand new high, 61. As we speak, we explained the inner machinations of where AMC is going through Ortex, through the different trend lines that AMC needed to break and has broken day after day after day, but nothing quite like this. 1566. So this is 12% after hours after an 8% rise on the day. That's nearly 20%. I guess we had our 20% day after all. LFG, Jonathan Kennedy. Let's go. The Try Hard Dad, Candace Chen. Can this stock go and hit 16? Look at this. Let's zoom out. Let's see how high we have to go. The next level of retracement is at 1712. We only hit this once before. Well, you can count twice, but this was only hit in one actual event during the January squeeze, because the 1450s is how high the March squeeze got us. And you see all the resistance and supports are directly below. There's nothing here for us. I was afraid of that double top. That did not happen. It's on. I even have a little article ready for just in case the price action starts slowing down. We have an article asking us how much 10 grand invested in this year in AMC stock is worth now. I'm sure a lot of you are part of that group. So first of all, rockets in the chat. If you are an AMC lover, you don't have to even be invested. You could have been just walking around, like learning, FOMOing, finally mustering up the strength to come into one of these forums, and I applaud you for coming in. The other part is that you could just be coming in with the cheapest AMC stocks shares that you had been able to get in January, December, October. So talk it out. Where are we in the chat? Rockets in the chat if you have AMC, if you love AMC, and scissors in that chat if you cut out every single paper hand. Every single paper hand, every chance you had to paper hand, you did not. This is incredible. This is crazy. So we saw that this had a minor. Let me see where my Epic pen is. I gotta pull up my pen. Woody says Taco and Reeds Gaming. Professor Meatball, did you authorize this rocket? I believe he did. Look at him authorizing back there. Oh man, finally wearing the hoodie. This is the after hours vibe. Meatball Mo Money hoodie. That's this is Meatball needs the green touch-ups here to be able to actually rep his own face. Okay. Marge just called. When we're looking at this price action, let me pull up in my handy dandy pen. When we started trading above the when we started trading above this line 1410 consistently, we had multiple opportunities to double bottom, right? One here, a George W here, one here, a George W there. However, this opportunity signaled to the bulls that we were actually consolidating our strength above the $14 threshold. From there, you guys know that we have shorts in the process of being returned. And we saw that with Ortex. Let me pull up Ortex just so that we can re-highlight that fact. Where is that? Ortex. AMC, short interest. So Ortex, we had a 5% change, more or less, in the short percent, which signaled that we had significant changes running down the line of where are these hedgies getting the funds to be able to push the price up, right? You have to, in order for these shorts to be returned, they had to have either covered these shorts or hadn't shorted these, just borrowed them, right? Just to return these borrows. So now that we have the opportunity to take a look at that price action, we know that giants can bleed, gods can bleed, and from there, our bullishness came. It's the same reason why bullishness came from Adam Aaron's tweet when he was talking about how they, he talked about the fact that he finished the at the market offering, and the price didn't tank. So now he's flush with cash, and we didn't see a major reversal in the price. Will this trigger margin calls? I believe that's what we're seeing here, right? We're seeing this number decrease, and we're seeing the price of AMC increase. This is not insubstantial. Like, if someone was asking, like, is this $15 rip like new? AMC has done this before. Yes, and the last time it was here, it made major moves upward to the gamma squeeze. So from there, where that IV video, super important, the one that I just put out, is also talking about the fact that gamma is going to be starting to be a major piece of the puzzle. Right? We've only had gamma squeezes, no short squeezes as of yet. So this is one of the best opportunities here. Would love Trey to get on. Tweet at Trey. Let him know that he is more than welcome to come on. Chris F says, oh my god, I'm so excited. That's how I spell it too. So yeah, this is absolutely insane. And what the other half of it is that we are looking at this cost to borrow rate, right? It was fluctuating all over the place earlier. We had like 9%, and then if it went all the way up to 18, back to 14, right? Now we're near the levels of 240%, but the fact that it keeps changing means that there's a dynamic market at play, or that the data continues to be like shifted around and consolidated. JP Stone, welcome to the Moon Platoon. I salute you. You are now an officer of that darn Moon Platoon, and that means that when I edit that end screen today, you'll be featured for who knows how long, maybe a month. Who knows? But as long as you can remain a loyal member of the Space Apes and the Moon Platoons here. Oh man. I just had a nice little relaxation. Hard to relax these days. Really, it's like, how do you relax? I'm gonna listen to my sound to make sure that I sound okay. I was playing around with that before y'all showed up. Okay, one sec. 1560 coming on back up to try and retake 1570. Relaxation. Hard to relax these days. Really, it's like. That sounds okay. Okay, how much $10,000 would invested in AMC stock is worth today? So let's take a look here. Just $10,000 investment in the struggling movie theater chain would be worth $65,000 now. So how many of you are in this boat? Does anyone have like a better return on investment? Putting in 10 grand and coming back with 65,000. This is not squeeze worthy. We're just looking for the signals for the squeeze. We're looking for it. We're like putting our goggles on. We're adjusting it. We're making sure that we're rubbing off the lenses, and then we attack. We strike. We are looking at AMC like the tasty little treat it is. Necessary. Coerced buying. It's necessary for the squeeze to be within sight. We're just looking for the signal. Western 88 says, Andrew, we going to the moon, all aboard. That's absolutely right. Why does AMC say 1395? Look at the tinier number right underneath. And if I can, I'm going to make that tinier number a little bit bigger. Let me see if I can. Okay, it's not doing it. Yeah, I don't think I can.
Oh wait, maybe I can.
There we go. That's a little bit bigger. Okay, now look at that tiny number down below. That's the price after hours. Jose G, I have been wearing my spacesuit for the longest time. I fully used out all of the little astronaut break abilities of this spacesuit. Oh man. And we were looking at the losses on Ortex when Ortex was trying to say how much money, $250,000 in the last video. Since then, another 12% has been added on. So that's at least another $250,000. AMC opening at least 50, says Baseball Rodent. Oh, you know what? We're cracking one just for that. Oh, okay. I'm gonna actually add that compressor to see if that fixes anything. Add that compressor, but I'm gonna turn the gain up a little bit more. Boom, boom, boom. How is it pooping in a spacesuit? It's fantastic. I don't even understand the question. I feel like I'm going to regret putting it this close to the border because this price is going to go whoosh. Okay, so how much more money? The same $10,000 would have in Apple would have been worth like 5% less and 20% in Apple, and then 20% less in Tesla. Can you imagine? Oh man, the Kathy Woods of the world. Oh geez, not a good time for tech. Why all the love for AMC stock? It's the new poster child for the rally in highly shorted stocks that took off. It's taken the place of GameStop as the leader of the so-called Reddit rally fanned by enthusiastic retail investors. I wouldn't say that. I would say that like they can both have their time, right? They can both have their time. This is AMC's time right now, and like the video's title suggests, that this will quickly become GME's time once this squeeze actualizes, right? We've been saying either squeeze for the longest time. Investors are emboldened as AMC took smart moves to stay afloat during the pandemic, right? And those smart moves seriously paid off. Like, at this rate, we really need GME to make that CEO appointed. Appoint that CEO. Give us some hints. Drop us some tweets, right? Give us a little bit of what we need to know. 1575 brand new high, 1576 brand new high as we are watching this live with you. Holy moly. Shahi Lasker says, what's your opinion on $35 strike expiring 9/17? Now that's a while away. Already up 8,000 and 90% as of today, and probably 12K by tomorrow morning. What would you do in your situation? And again, I do not give out financial advice. I'm sorry, Shahi. But what I would say is by 9/17, there is a crazy amount of stops along the way. One, we're likely going to see some legislation from the 3 GME hearings. So this is going to affect every meme stock. Two, we're going to see the GME like 6-9 shareholder meeting. And from that vote, we're likely going to see major catalysts for GME, which once again rockets both the AMC and GME bus. So in that sense, you're looking for a pretty steep expectation, but one that, again, there is no barriers. See, look at the resistance and supports. Do you see any? I might be tempted to draw one here, but this is just one touch point. It actually smooths straight past almost without stopping. The only hint that this remains a testing point is that there was some small consolidation, like 2 minutes worth, right before it continued upward. 1580 is the brand new high of AMC's price action. We're establishing new beginnings as of right now. So this is why the going is tough for testing out these resistance and supports, because they are again going to be the ones that we are going to be looking at for the next few weeks, next few months, if this takes longer and longer. And we're likely keeping our eye closely peeled on that Ortex number here. If this number gets much higher, we're looking at the CTB, we're likely going to be looking at more shares ready to push down AMC's price. Let's see. What's after hours? Volume at total volume right now is at 150 million. This is nowhere near the Thursday, like Gold Thursday back on AMC price action last week, where we had like 50 million during the after hours. Not during after hours, during the power hour, 1 hour of action. So that went all the way up to 300 million at the end. The old 300. Okay. Thanks to those of you who have, I haven't been paying close attention because I'm not really set up right now, but thanks to those of you who have slammed that like button. So what I'll say is this: how close can we get? If we can, I'm only going to be going until 5, so that's for another 40 minutes. But if we can get a total of 1,600 likes on this video, this is the only time I'm going to say it, I'm going to buy $1,000 of AMC right in front of you. I have the access. I have access to after hours. So this is, once again, buy signals all across. Every analyst was saying buy at $13.95, even at closing price. So I'm gonna jump a little bit into the pot, even more into my position. I've been green in AMC for a very long time. And I'm not drinking water right now, so currently I'll also chug the rest of this drink if we get there. Oh man. If you take a look at the video that was just published, it talks like 80% about GME. So if you were looking for GME content, you just gotta look right under your nose. Sean, I'm talking about the volume all day. Okay, I'm looking at questions here. Oh, Vet would like to watch Meatball dance, sure. Challenger says liking. Yeah, we need to buy those rips as well. Every single person has the courage to buy a dip, right? Inside you right now. I bet it doesn't sound like an appealing process, because it might sound like a daunting one, right? But I know that each of you would be able to buy a dip. How many of you will look at this rip and say, that's my entry point right there? What did we just talk about? We just had a whole video just about the process of people giving out buy signals at 1462. Now that was smashed, this is the explanation, right? How close were we at 1462 before we started skyrocketing? Right around here is 1462. Once people started to see that the price action was inevitably going on in that direction, look at the volume. Absolute crazy town. Just shooting through the roof because of those mainstream analysts having the zeitgeist controlling the puppet strings of what people, normal people, the investors that are a little less retail, a little more old school, perform. They've been looking at AMC and they're saying, no thanks. Yeah, I mean, I know it's a great deal, but like, no thanks. And now because of these Zacks ratings, because of the mainstream media that we have consumed, digested, spat up the parts that are FUD, and then regurgitated back the pieces that are little diamonds inside the cornmeal. Now we are able to predict those mad rips here. Whew. How are you feeling, man? Amanda, I'm feeling much better. I'm feeling very positive. Look at this. Markets are going red all over. AMC is feeling very positive. Here we go, boys. It's Joe. You guys ready to go to the moon, Doge Television? Me love you long time, cushed up. Now that's the love that we can get behind. Loving each other. Oh man, Michael Forrester has been buying rips. Heck yeah. When you rip, I rip, we rip. So let's see if there's more of this article that can tell us a little bit more about people who bought in early. They recognize that it'll take AMC years to repay its debt burden and longer until it is able to revisit its growth strategy. We believe the company will have sufficient liquidity to allow it to survive with low utilization through at least the third quarter, now that most of its highest earning theaters have reopened. Uh-oh. So that was a pretty funny parody. It's basically reading old news about incorrect analyses is the funniest parodies you can possibly have. AMC taking a little bit of a siesta here, coming back down to a point that it had struggled with before, 1444, right? You have a little bit of red here. Remember, these healthy consolidations will give the bulls a chance to slide back onto bullish momentum. If anything, then we are looking at 1537 to catch us if we push below 1544. Right now, all of this is no man's land. You guys are playing or in the Wild West right now. How can I buy more, says Cloud Level? First you ask your father for a small loan of $1 million. No, you just hold tight. We'll come around for you. Okay, let's see. Kind of what other questions y'all have? Bo and Mally. Oh, I thought he was talking about today's moves. Didn't notice after hours run. Nice. Hard to miss. Hard to miss that 12% rip. This is the after hour price. Let pump the like for Professor Meat, guys. Juan Rivas. That's Professor Meat. Honorary name for Meatball today. Don De Silva bought another 200 market open today. What a smart guy. Listen to John. Look at him. John's a smart person. He figured it out. Be like John. Okay. Carl, it's after hours. You wish says this isn't live. Carl Bergensen says this isn't live. Guys, where are you right now? Set it up working late. Google their office hours. Ooh. Reading like Usain Bolt says the blunt truth. Heck yeah. No, this is the energy. This is the energy we are living for. Oh, man. What do you think is a good entry? Listen, let's get cheat code in here. Just quick. Just a second opinion from a doctor that we love, a wacky doctor, who may or may not have been able to predict this mad rip. Let's look at cheat code here. For AMC, I'm going to have it small. Now, for AMC, there was, right here on the hourly, right before the rip, a positive swing indicator, but no squeeze, right? So a positive swing indicator would have been able to bring you up some way, part of the way, right? Now let's see if we had the X-ray vision here for 5 minutes. No, a bunch of swing signals, but no clear indication of where we would have bought. We might have bought here, close to a 2 out of 4 buy signal, and then we would have been here at a 3 out of 4 sell signal, and yet another buy, right? So some people took this sell signal. It was wrong. It's still going back. A buy back in. So we're taking a look at that 5-minute chart down in the corner from Cheat Code Algorithm. Links in the description if you guys want to be able to check out those buy and sell signals yourself. Okay. Back to this. AMC is trying to restructure itself to reposition for a digital era. It's an uphill battle, though. AMC has seen itself lose an adjusted $1.4 billion, right? There's a good amount of FUD in here, actually. It's like, hey, here's a fun little clickbait title for everyone to see. And then a bunch of FUD. Would anything make you richer faster? AMC stock is in a class of its own in making investors big money this year. Its gains on 10,000 investment ranks number 3 of any stocks on the S&P 500. any stocks. Only GT Biopharma and GameStop would have made you more this year. If you put $10,000 in GameStop, you would have 91,000. That's still a close margin. That's still a close margin, to be true. But hey, those of you who were questioning whether or not GameStop is over, think about it. It's still 91,000. You don't want $91,000 up? Come on. Can the trigger stop losses after hours? Now, why would you put stop losses? This isn't close to the squeeze. This isn't even remotely close. No, not by a long margin. 1548 continues onward. Kakoa Moriwaki says, Andrew, mo money. That's what we're here about. That's what we're here for. Oh boy, oh boy, oh boy. There's so much ice in here, I'm just afraid that's like super loud. Hey, Cassie Abbey, Citadel's going long. Thoughts? Yeah, it's a bad day for them. Imagine how much money they lost. $250,000, remember. The Ortex just tweeted that out. $250,000 before after hours started. So you can only imagine that they are now in the same situation. Can you imagine? Sorry, I keep saying $250,000. It's a quarter. Let me go back to the Ortex tweet. $250,000 is nothing. It's a $250 million, but I just want to make sure. Yes, it's 258 million, so it's a $250 million. Man, I thought that sounded weird. Adam Wong Brooks, what happens to the limit sell orders that are GTC but have extended hours disabled? Will they form a sell wall at market open tomorrow? You've bet that there is going to be paper handers tomorrow, right? Retail investors who got on a little bit earlier and are now trying to get off, right? Nobody wants to be burnt. Nobody, especially if they don't love the stock, if they just came on because of the hype, because hashtag AMC squeeze is #1. Can you imagine how many bros and Tinas are going to go out and say, hey, I made money on the AMC debacle, right? Can you imagine how many of them want those bragging rights? This is the problem with retail investors coming in and messing up our beautiful day traders coming in. People coming in to scalp our beautiful stocks here. No. We're sending out the message right now by you participating in your civic duty, right? Interacting, commenting in the live chat, maybe pressing the subscribe to help us get it up to 80,000. Get us up to 100,000, right? All of these are helping the message out that if you are someone who has jumped into the AMC world right now and you are planning to get out within 100% of the price action, you are just telling the world you don't want to be rich. Right, you're throwing away a perfectly good, valid lottery ticket. Gio Franco says, is this the beginning? Again, if AMC hits $42 or 69, he's tattooing a diamond on his left palm with AMC etched on it. Let's go, fam. Gio Franco, you have to show me that tattoo. Gio's been with the show for a long, long time. Thank you, guys. Rockets for you in the chat if you have been here for months. Right. Remove weeks, remove days. Thank you, those of you who have been here for months. Okay, Professor Meatball deserves a treat for all of his patience so far. Yeah. The government will liquidate Citadel if there's anything left to liquidate after the DTCC takes care of it. DTCC comes through, goes in with the flamethrower, and then the SEC comes in with the broom and dustpan. Hey, we got Ms. Cindy Burke. Hey, Andrew, I just buy and sell contracts, but I bought 5 AMC contracts last week expiring this Friday. I wonder if I should exercise. Well, Cindy, it's not Friday yet. So I would say come back around. Price volatility is going to be absolutely insane tomorrow pre-market, especially at market open. So, you don't have to be a hero, Cindy. You don't have to be. Give it a little bit more time, and at the end of the day, consider that the Greek may not make sense to a normal retail investor, but it does. It is the math that you need to do before deciding whether to exercise, sell, or otherwise. Hey, excuse me for those icing. Loki Noki, don't worry if you don't speak moon. AMC menu has pictures. Loki Noki coming in again. I'm so happy to see the OGs. I remember you guys. I miss you guys from weeks ago. They're coming in. They're throwing those super chats down. They're having a good time. We're having a chuckle. Were you having a chuckle? Yes. AMC touching 1538 once again. This corrective wave can't bring AMC down. Look at how it hesitates at 1534. We mentioned it before, right? It doesn't have two solid touch points, but if you count the wick of this candle, you could see that there is potentially a second touch point here a few minutes later. In this case, if it does bounce off of 1531, I'm going to preemptively put this in as the first moon colony. This level of resistance is the first of a beautiful thing, right? Because we are able to get off nearly a whole dollar, 80 cents at least, off of the next level. Look at sometimes AMC is just bundled together like non-stop. We were stuck at this band right above $10 for an eternity. So this first strong foot into outer space. I salute you, AMC. Thank you. Just Me says, honest opinion on how far this can go. No FUD, just a real answer. Just Me, look at me in the face. Just Me, it's just you and me for now, okay? Come here. Hold on. There we go. Whoops. Okay. Just look closely at me. It is ask and receive price. It is ask and receive price. People seem to make light of the idea that the coerced buying will happen, right? They're like, oh, can't the company make more shares? Like, oh, can't this, can't that, right? Can't X, Y, and Z FUD. We are looking at the biggest exchange of wealth in a lifetime. Do you think it's going to cost a few dollars in one direction or another, right? No. These people that are sitting on like $1 million nest eggs, $1 billion nest eggs for their kids and their kids and their kids, right? These people that can afford to invest in a hedge fund, which remember, you need $200,000 this year and last year, or be sitting on $1 million. All of this is gearing up to choose your price mentality. So think of a price in your head, right? Choose it. In this case, the question you have to ask is, what is life-changing money to you? Because it's not in the thousands, it's not in the millions. It's heading to the moon. That's why we say moon. It's the simplest way to sum up choose your price. Sour Nest 710, $25 call for January 2022. Not a dead freaking cat, guys. Sour Nest reaching into 2022. Holy moly. Weirdo Shrine, that's the ticket. I like your style. Okay, what am I looking at here? Savvy investors know to analyze the stock market. AMC stock price action is certainly bullish. It carries a 98 IBD RS rating. This tells you that it's beating 98% of all their stocks in terms of price gains, right? 98%. Only these two other stocks would have brought you up higher. Like, it's a no-brainer. Like, take your brain out of your head. You don't need it. Would anything make you richer faster? Basically, no. Dachi, we wouldn't be sitting here if I didn't think that GME was heading back up towards the January squeeze levels. That is a floor. God himself says, cooking with Crisco. Tendy Town, here we go. Just Me, that is oversharing. That is oversharing. But your heart is in the right place, I can imagine. Oh, man. If you're not in both, you're not aping. Showtime Smith really gatekeeping the properties of apes. Listen, we're all here to support one ape after another. Still above 15. The VWAP has now officially started to get close to $15. And if we can start this bounce here, if we can start this resurgence back up to 1530, the very first level of resistance that we have mapped out, this is a chance for us to have the simple moving average come down, swoop underneath us to be able to take us back above 1533. Jack J, you're 100% right. We're all holding winning lottery tickets right now. Okay, let's put let's pull this back up here. There is the MACD down there. We are looking at the MACD. However, this is the minute candles. This is a Wendy's. Let's make sure that we're paying attention to. I'm just gonna do it. I'm gonna put this on the minute chart for AMC. Clubfoot Billy, love you, buddy. Been watching since just after 8:01. See you on the moon, my man. Clubfoot Billy. That's, first of all, fantastic. Second of all, I love that 8:01 friends are coming through. Geez, the Battle of 8:01, that was something to remember. All right, buy here, buy here. Another positive swing indicator. I'm just making sure that nothing is quite set in stone on the minute chart. I haven't really seen 4 out of 4 buy signals on the minute chart. Seems a little bit, seems difficult. Mo money, moon bound, let's go, says Daniel Hardy. Yes, 100%. That's what we're talking about. Yes. 25 minutes and we can breathe, says Weston 88. You don't think you can breathe on the moon? That was a scary little red candle that popped from Webull's UI. John De Silva says, you can't have every penny because I'll be taking a few billion. A few billion pennies? Come on. A few billion pennies is only a few 10 millions. Once again, Trey is invited. Trey is 100% invited, so go tweet at him or comment down below. Andrew. I'll be doing after hours basically this whole week. Like, there's no way that I can miss out on the after hours now after today's price action. So I'm the after hours guy now. I've embraced my fate. Hello. I'm the after hours guy and I'm not afraid to admit it. Let's see. Bartistas is if the Battle of 8:01 is not in the movie, I'm not watching it. Yes. Let's see now. If in Robinhood it's already 1522. Robinhood does not have like a time traveling machine. I mean, it was before 1522, right? John says, I want some Wendy's chicken nuggets. It can be any tendies. You guys don't have to be picky, right? Is Pepsi okay? Cheers, says Farima Fleshoot. Cheers, Farima. Raise your glass. That's how you get more energy in after hours. You just gotta indulge. Clavius, I'm gonna slap Adam Aarons. What if this squeezes tomorrow? He's gonna rub the tushy? No, no, Clavius. You have to ask the man first. He loves the apes. He started following apes over the weekend, but I'm not sure that's the reason why he's following. Clavius, you little rapscallion. Reese. I know how to pronounce your name, by the way. I had a friend in college named Reese. Says if AMC hits 500K, he believes he will have 50 million. So we gotta hit this rocket on the moon. 50 millionaires. Where are you at? 50 millionaires? Scissors in the chat. If you had defeated every single FUD possible to land yourself in your position right now. Well, after hours. This is the life right now. Let's see. First try. 10, 25, 100%. Andrew Money, I'm a beginner. What are we watching now? Isn't the trading over? No! If you know something about the market, it's that there is a special part of the market day called after hours. Why is it special? Well, it's because most people just go home after the market's actually closed. But this is equally as important. And you know what? I'm surprised that people haven't innovated to include this in their daily budget, their daily diet of coverage, because after hours is equally important, especially since AMC and GME have seen historic heights only in after hours. Really, truly. So this is the beginning of the indication we needed that when we pushed past 1466, right? That was not only 61.8% retracement annihilated from January squeeze, but we also have all of these retail investors hopping on saying, yes, we will get on. Thank you very much. That's a good deal. That gives us the hope that we need. Okay, let's see. 1525 this time. Let's take a look here. Justin Jelly, excuse you. Nate's vids, are you having a drink? I am. I've been here for months and I don't write a lot. I am having a drink. Ugh. He's the ultimate wingman for us apes. Yeah, treat my mans with some respects. Put those respects on my silverback mans. Funny Walker. Here's a couple of reasons why AMC is skyrocketing. Let's actually break it down for who is it? For Sunny? For Mr. Walker. After Hours is the after party. AMC GME. Let's go. Says Stovetop 77. Heck yeah. All right. So let me tell you about the Fibonacci retracement here. So you can draw this yourself, right? You go to drawings, and then you can have Fibonacci retracement as this option here. I notice you guys can't see any of that. So what you do is you go to drawings, and then you go to Fibonacci retracement, and then you can draw whatever kind of drawing you want. You do have to be able to match this up with the previous price action. Let me delete that, and then let me bring this back to where it was before. Maybe I can't. And that's all part of the plan. So when you have the March squeeze get rejected at 61.8%, right around 1458, you know that that's intentionally important, right? And we've already covered, if you look on the grand scale of things, about 30% of the way to the next level at 1712. So this is already within one day. We've been talking about this for the past 3 days. We haven't been able to get past 1450, even close. We haven't been like 1410, and then 14 like 20-ish, and then like 1430 today. But then we pushed past during the after hours. So from there, we have nothing to speed bump us. There's a lot of possible speculation. And in this case, some types of speculation is good. And when people start speculating on the next resistance level, that is extra good because of how many bulls we have in the market. And the next thing you'll note is that when we were forming this wedge, we had the opportunity to continue waiting for more consolidation downward, because we could have formed this wedge here, we could have formed a wedge here, right? We could have formed it in a couple of bottoms, but instead we broke out a couple of days ago. And by breaking out of this downtrend since January, we started showing essentially the entire market exactly where the strength were of AMC and where its price action can go. And from there, by becoming number one on Twitter, we had the opportunity to then onboard all of this fresh meat in terms of buying power and action, which started to overwhelm certain smaller hedge funds, which did have to get margin called after driving up the cost to borrow 1,000%. And from there, the rest is history. The margin calls are going to continue. It is. It like logically has to. The AMC hasn't hit these levels for a while, and you can bet that some of the smaller hedge funds might have been dumber hedge funds too. So they might have actually had higher average costs than other hedge funds. And that would cause them to, for the squeeze, and that would cause them to get margin called earlier. Okay, what kind of questions y'all have here? We got G Villa 79 saying, I'm a beginner. Can you explain how averaging 2 buys at 2 different prices of AMC stock? I have 150 shares, but I want 50 more. Should I stick with Webull or buy them on Robinhood? Stick with Webull. It's not even a question. Robinhood. No good. They went to Congress and they proved that they don't care about you. But you did learn that he was a boy in Bulgaria, so it's a win-win if you think about it. Jessica Johnson, you are amazing, Andrew. Thanks for being live right now. So exciting. This is the time to be alive, Jessica. Heck yeah. But averaging. Depends on your average price for 150 shares, but whatever that number would be, multiply that by 150, multiply this price by 50, and then divide all of that by 200. There you go. ODL says, what would you say about buying leaps with deep in the money strikes? Ooh. But that's something like right now we're just focusing on the price action of AMC after hours, but that's an open discussion. And actually I've started TA sessions overall, and if you wanted to search Andrew Mo TA 101, you'll be able to get partway up the learning chain, and then send me either a message on email or send it on Instagram, and we'll keep going from there. Jonathan Kim, Andrew, from the looks, will GME squeeze after AMC? I have nary a doubt in my brain. I literally have no doubt that the amazing community that supports AMC is going to turn right back around and pass the baton to GME. Right? It doesn't make sense. It's just free money. GME still needs to cover their shorts. And when are they going to cover it? They didn't cover back in 40 bucks. When they're trading around 40, when they were trading around 80, and then when they kept going, like the logic is there. It needs to logically cover. So you're looking at another lottery ticket after you win this one, and you can bet that people are going to swarm GME once AMC squeezes, or vice versa. We've been saying vice versa for a while, but as of right now, it's starting to shape up towards one versus the other. XDMKII says, Andrew, where's the fresh squeezed OJ? Let me just... Where is it? Just don't know. I'll start growing some orange trees. Yes. More like robbing the hood. Yes, Native Kid Gaming, you finally told the joke. That's the first time I ever heard that joke. You did it. Andy A says, you need to divide something, right? I need to do over. Let's see. Yeah, heck yeah. PK Gaming saying he's gonna cash out, put into GME. Like, you don't have to. There is no like not a financial advisor thing. It's just logic. No one needs to tell you what to do. If you have already come this far, after we kept telling you this is a risky bet, like you are going to lose your money if you're not spending money that you're willing to lose, and then X, Y, and Z, blah blah blah. Don't trade on emotion. If you have pulled through all of that, this is your reward, right? Happy ending, coming in hot in the rear view, so fast you might miss it. Jordan D. Pentino giving a pretty clear sign of where his exit strategy is. Andy A says, if too many normal people get rich all of a sudden, I'm afraid the world might literally explode. It's not too many normal people getting rich. It's the greatest wealth transfer. The money has to come from somewhere. And that somewhere right now are hedge funds managing the funds of rich people. Right? Once again, we already talked about who is even qualified to invest in a hedge fund. They lose the rich people's money, and whatever the DTCC actually decides on the insurance that they may or may not have to pay out, we are then looking at each hedge fund that was short GME or AMC get ripped apart slowly. That's what all the DTCC regulations were talking about. Planning the funeral way in advance, right? And then it's actually not a bad tactic, because we knew that they were releasing those regulations when the going was easier for the hedge funds, where they knew that a bunch of people from the January squeeze have lost interest, and then they had the opportunity to start, they still had the funds to short as much as possible, right, to attack the stock prices. And now it just could be that they're starting to run out of money. So if they are starting to run out of just like pure liquidity because of the SLR rule that got triggered earlier this month, I feel like that could actually end up being the reason why we're starting to get a major run. This is also could be a opportunity for us to logically fake us out, So don't look at this too favorably, and if it starts trading sideways again back to the level it was, but still higher than a week ago, right? Week over week, month over month growth is nothing to scoff at. It's absolutely embarrassing when someone tells you, see, told you the squeeze wouldn't happen. When you look at the actual numbers, what kind of article do you think I'm reading right now? GameStop is, if you invested $10,000, you would have $91,000 right now. And AMC about $70,000. Like it's negligible at the margin. 7 times your money, 9 times your money. It's already happened. A substantial price increase because of expected coerced buying. It's common logic. You guys are being logical. It's only logical, Spock. Finally finished a search for Spock. Wow, 3,000 of you in here. The only thing that I have to say is thanks. Thanks to those of you who have turned on the notifications, because I know a bunch of you subscribers have subscribed. But this is the one PSA that if you don't have your bell button turned on, you might just miss out on another after hours live stream like this one, where we cover the need to know pieces of why the squeeze happened and what is next on the chopping block. Someone loaned Citadel enough money to buy $46 million of shares to survive the squeeze, says Dandy Jandon. Can we get a source here? Wow. We're taking back 2008 revenge motive, people. Thompson as Hunter says. 100K each? Order's literally exploding. Plenty of hedge funders having money, says Brandon Hallam. Let's see. People are saying take a shot. I mean, it is after hours. It is after hours. In excitement for the 1600 like goal, because once again a reminder, I'm going to buy another $1,000 of AMC at that. I'll take a shot at 1500. Well, that just 100 likes beforehand. Juan Fernandez, welcome to the Mo Monkey tier. Thank you for joining the special operations member of the infantry of the Moon Platoon. John De Silva's asking about that options chain. Heck yeah, we can look. Let's look at AMC's option chain first. I didn't see anything that out of place earlier today. May 17th, this is option Sonar. You can also get a premium version of it yourself in the description down below. $14 where there is major tension, $2 million of puts, but almost visually it looks like more than double the call volume. Here, those calls are now in the money because of this major resurgence up to 15 and change right now. We just crossed over this level of resistance that we have just drawn. It looks like the third touch point is here, which gives us a pretty clear picture that this is now where our very first resistance and support is, 1528. Let's see if it catches. If it catches here, if it plays off Andrew's first after hours prediction, if it plays off of this brand new level of support, that means that other analysts agree with me. Can I draw anywhere? No, I can't draw over there. Bang, bang. Chris Roberts saying, get Andrew to 81,000 subscribers. Get this man a shield. That's my embarrassing accent. But it's one of my favorite lines. Maybe you. Some people are saying like, oh, let's be honest, people are going to sell at 20K. Yeah, maybe you. Andrew, what price do you think there's no turning back for AMC? I feel like this is the price. I feel like that's kind of like a moot question because this feels like the price already, right? Can you imagine AMC coming back to $10? If people are comparing that AMC has already been here before, yeah, for like a minute, for like a solitary second, right? The AMC has seen this price like twice in the history of this year. you would have been very right if you didn't expect Apes to come into the play. Like, Apes have joined the game. Back in a year or two ago, whenever they started shorting, you would have been perfectly right. But it turns out you're wrong, because we do exist and we are in mass. We are coming for you. Here it comes. All right, we only have 5 minutes on the original clock, but since the light counter is real close, I'll give you guys an extra 15 minutes on the clock here. To do so, I'm going to have to employ the ultimate strategy, which is moving my meeting that I had at 5. Let's see. Andrew, knock on wood. Heck yeah. Let's see. Andrew, Citadel bought AMC stock and all options. Check Finto. Oh, the irony. William. I'm going to have to check that out, actually. Let's take a look. Fintel, Citadel, AMC. Citadel Advisors LLC ownership in AMC. Let me see. Okay. Oh, they did buy AMC. 160% change. So they almost tripled down their AMC position today. Okay, interesting, interesting. All right, I'm processing, putting that in my brain. Look at that bounce. My beautiful crayon drawing. My lovely crayon drawing here. Detroit Lions Pride 49. That's a good name. Yes, please do, says DJ Horo. So close. I'm at least gonna have to drink the shot. Okay, I'm gonna get ready for the shot. About 3 minutes until I have to take that shot. All right. This is some Costco Scotch whiskey. Did I ever address yesterday's hairstyle? It was my girlfriend playing around with my hair. If you guys like it, we could try it. It does take time though, but if you like it, we could try. All right, one more day. I'm sorry, 2 more minutes, y'all. One more day. It's good. It smells good. Should I transfer out of Robinhood now? Use the pull the band-aid. Look at the comment in the live chat or the first link in the description below. Pull the band-aid off. 1501 likes. Cheers, y'all. Oh, like I said, I'm giving you guys another 15 minutes for 1600 likes. Oh, Joe M. Thanks for sticking around till 8. It's my 5. I prefer this. I was literally asking, dear AMC Ape Gods, is there a way I can not have to wake up at 5 a.m. every single day? And now I found my niche. You guys can expect me every day here in After Hours if you guys turn on your bell button. Can we move that drawing post shot? Yes. This drawing? Which drawing? This one? Oh shoot. You guys got me up to 1600 way faster. Okay, 1600. Here we go. Unlocking that trading. My password as always. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. All right. Here's to all the people. Here's to everything that made me. Here's to all the brain cells that didn't buy me more GME when I had the chance. Hold on. Quantity. Whoa. Dollars. Buy it. 1556. Send it. Oh. Okay, I have to turn on my after hours trading. Okay. What I'm gonna do is I'm gonna turn this on. Now I feel like a grandpa. I'm gonna have to turn on after hours trading. So hold on. Hive mind activate. Oh wait, did the markets just close? Oh, that's why. Oh, okay. Well, first thing in the pre-market then. First thing in the pre-market. And then I will be with you, ladies and gents, in the market closed as well. So you guys can expect me both times. Bookend that. That's how we like it. Yeah, very cool. Thank you guys. This is the new norm, right? We are looking at major price changes when the markets close. And if you guys didn't expect that, you clearly weren't paying attention in the January and March squeezes. Just Me is asking, did Citadel buy in to raise the price to sell tomorrow to scare people off? What does it mean? Regardless, I ain't selling. Just Me, you are putting in the right amount of brain cells in that situation. I am also cautiously aware that Citadel is coming in for a long position on AMC. Well, once again, ladies and gents, hopefully you guys had the support that you needed. I promised I was going to be here for 15 minutes more, so I'll keep that promise. If you guys have questions, let me know. If you didn't have a chance to hear the explanation for the GME, so for the AMC after hours price action, and of course, we're going to be here again tomorrow through all of after hours this time. I'm going to clear my schedule. It's after hours time, baby. And it looks like we're just 11 subscribers away until 81,000. So it would be amazing if that was the 11 of you currently watching. I know there's 11 of you watching. $11% make a wish. I guess I'll wake up at 1 a.m. Will anybody be here at 1 a.m.? I can. Sure. How about this? Sure. I'll be here at 1 a.m. Pacific time. Those of you watching, is that when the market's open? Market open time, PST. Pre-market open in California. Oh, that's 4 a.m. Oh, that's different. Oh, I'm gonna have to wake up so early. I would have been here at 1. But if it's 4, no, sorry, wait, it is 1. It's 4 a.m. to 9:30 a.m. Eastern. It is 1. Sorry for putting you guys through that. Sorry for putting you guys through all of that. Yeah, I'll be here at 1 a.m. Y'all all better be here at 1 a.m. Pacific. I'll be here beginning of the day to buy my AMC shares and to just see how many of you wake up at that time. Isn't that crazy? Y'all better be here because AMC is looking hot. This month should be called May MC. Oh, Sean, you obliterated my dad joke vessels. Turtle 4614 changed my life, AMC. Ba-boom, 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 ba-boom. Okay, I'll be here at 1 a.m. PST. Sure. I'm just not gonna sleep. I guess I won't sleep, and I'll just go as long as AMC stays interesting in pre-market. We haven't slept in months. Big Mo money, heck yeah, let's go. 1 a.m. crew, East Coast, you better be here. West Coast, I know you're gonna be here. International is what we Americans call non-Americans. Y'all better be here. Holy moly. So, Matt's Cup of Tea wants a quick recap of that action here. Let me find out where my marker is. So we had the mainstream Zach's rating of buy for AMC. And why buy? Because they were waiting for the 1466 level here. There's an article that we just covered. You go watch it. It's the one of the videos that I just released before this live stream started, but it gives you an opportunity to say that where retail investors are going to join. And by retail investors, I'm not talking about apes. Apes are already in. Apes are in. I'm talking about the mainstream people who read little articles about when to jump into the price action. They jumped in around this time, 1466. That gave them the price that they were waiting for. Oh, I'm sorry, that's a little bit high. 1466 is like down here. But then also was 61.8% retracement. So this orange line here is giving you a sense of how much you've retraced up to the price action that was the January squeeze. So that price action we were waiting for days. So we haven't been able to hit 1458 for Thursday's price action, even though that was 35% all the way up to like 1410, like 1420. And then we saw the Friday price action try to bring up to like 1420-ish, and then today's price action was 1430. And so we weren't expecting this for at least until midweek, maybe even until Friday. And then we saw it happen today during after hours. That's crazy. Shots, everybody. Alex Hoftling. And then what we saw is once we had the rocket of smart apes, or perhaps early retail investors, we crossed over that line where I'm sure many bots, many trading algorithms, many like plucky little data scientists writing their own script, like looking at news articles and saying, oh, okay, 1466 is the day, is the time. So we have to make sure that when that price action happens, we buy back in, or buy in like a large amount. So that green candle all the way through 1466, that was basically expected. And so it's giving whatever it was given. You gave it price action from 1466 all the way starting at 1410, right? So that is another 50 cents on top of that. And so there you go. There's the harmonic balance right here between this line. We see that the next stop was at 1538. That was really important that we actually started this green candle far away, like a running start. Because by being far away, we had the opportunity to continue setting our own price as we stepped into unseen territory, right? This downtrend only gives us so much information starting from January all the way into our price action now. However, where we have right here is setting our own speed limit. Our own speed limit right now, we have from 1451 to 1538. That's a solid like 80 cents right here. So we are looking 90 cents. So we are looking pretty sharp for being able to set our own speed limit here. I drew arrows and they weren't on screen. John is going to wake up at 4 a.m. just to watch. Heck yeah. That's the ticket. I'm gonna be watching an AMC movie maybe tonight, and then I'll be able to pass the time until it's time to stream again. Oh baby. Anyway, past that, we were able to start playing around with whether or not we wanted to try and recontest. When we didn't get double topped here, that was when I let out a huge sigh of relief. That's when I started streaming right around here, because I was afraid of this double top. And I wanted to be able to, at the very least, explain to everyone that came in that had, like, you know, bearish questions about why AMC was going to, in my opinion, originally go like this when they reached that double top. It's also the dreaded M pattern here. But it did not. It actually continued to crush all the way to 1580. And from there, boy, oh boy, we had the opportunity to take up a brand new mantle at 1580. And since we only touched it once, I wouldn't say that this is a level of resistance quite yet, but I would definitely have this on the radar for early tomorrow, right? We are not quite far off. We're about 30 cents away from the top of that ladder here. So in that case, we are looking very sharp for AMC's price action for tomorrow, right? And again, like I promised, I'll be here at 1 a.m. 1 a.m. Pacific, 4 a.m. Eastern. 6 more minutes until what I promised, that we guys are going to get your questions answered if you guys haven't had your questions answered quite yet. It's Chris, I actually mentioned that hyping up AMC might have allowed GME to take a major rip position today, right? Because we have seen a GME in like essentially the guillotine, like constantly chopping at it, constantly giving it the attention that, you know, people might run away with it if it crosses a certain threshold. That's why AMC and the shorts were so dedicated to keep the price action below 1458. And now that it has crossed, I'm fanning myself because that's huge. Engineer Velasquez, oh wait, are you talking about a different GME bag holder? I'm a GME bag holder, and I'm not angry at all. I have way more bags of GME than AMC in terms of like how the biggest discrepancy in the price action that I have. And I'm not mad in the least bit. The more price action we see for AMC, the earlier that we will see AMC squeeze GME. They're brothers. Jeez, it's windy out there. Seriously. I think it's mostly wind. Corey Eagleston. What's up, guys? What did I miss? Oh, no. Corey. You missed quite an exciting day. All right, let me hear how my sound sounds. How the biggest discrepancy in the price action that I have. I wonder how to make it like a little bit clearer. Maybe I'm missing a filter here. Not the noise gate. Compressor gain. Anyway. Look at that, George Dobie. Holy Bob Saget says not Stretch Armstrong. First of all, fantastic name. A holy George W. You mean that tiny, this baby one here? This baby one might have already been played out because it's reaching the same top here that it struggled with before. But yes, good eye on you. Look at that W. Alan Sain says, why do GME and AMC typically go higher after hours? It's not that they typically do. It's that on days where the price action is crucial, they tend to, because the hedgies that are working 9 to 5 have stopped paying attention, and they don't want to be able to give as much, or perhaps they don't have the budget to give as much negative downwards pressure as when the entire market is having their eyes laser focused on the price action, especially during power hour. So actually the safest places for AMC and GME to squeeze out of the purview of the hedge funds is actually maybe midday during like no man's land, no man's time, and then like end of the day, like power after hours and power hour. But yeah, no, but power hour is one of the times that like almost nothing ever happens, even though it's called power hour, because it's called power hour. Because the hedge funds know that that's when, for example, on quadruple witching day, we're expecting the most volume possible, and they decided to upend our expectation. Okay, so hold on. Here we go. Not a dead cat, clearly, as you can see. Citadel doing calls so that they can pay us apes. Heck yeah. Did Citadel really buy 750,000 shares of AMC? Seems like they did on Fintel. Fintel has been wrong before, so it's not like they're a source of truth here. But it is not that they bought this many shares, it's that this is how many shares they have. And the percent change is 160. So roughly they've more than doubled their position. So they have more shares now. Roaring Kitty was clearly more about GME. This is true. Almost all the celebrities that have been writing DD was specifically about GME, but the math is there. The theory is there. We don't want to knock each other just because, as of right now, mommy is not giving us a spotlight, right? Be adults here and understand that one is going to lift the other one up. This is the message that you need to be able to tell your brothers and sisters in ape arms. Okay, that's 15 minutes, like I promised. I will be here during pre-market, the beginning of pre-market. Let's just see how this plays. I'll be there for like 30 minutes if no one shows up. But if you do show up, then I might be going long, ladies and gentlemen. So it's going to be an exciting morning. I'll see you guys there. For now, pay attention to the patrons on here because they're going to change right after I finish this live stream. If you guys have started to support the show by pressing that join button or that subscribe button in the description, sorry, next to the subscribe button or that Patreon link in the description, that'll get you on this list as well as exclusive access on Discord to my trading portfolio, right? The 6-figure trading portfolio, if you guys want to take a look at that, as well as private monthly live streams. So from all of that, if you guys had already gotten your 2 free stocks on Webull, if you guys have gotten your $250 of free Bitcoin, and if you guys have checked out cheat code using your own link in the description, I have nothing else to say. We'll see you at 1 a.m. Pacific time. For now, but not for forever. Peace. Oh, he's still here? See you later.